Things aren't looking good at FC Barcelona. It was an eventful few months and a lot happened at the club. From sporting projects to financial books, everything looks messed up for the Catalan giants. We have been accustomed to seeing some of the greatest names in the footballing world in Barcelona's dressing room every year. And they still have a lot of firepower in their squad, but in delicate times like these, even their own legends are looking like a liability, and financial survival of Barca is becoming a hard job for management. We will go into deeper detail for Barcelona's financial crisis, and some seriously interesting facts will be brought up. Before we get going, make sure to hit subscribe and the bell notification as we bring new football content every week, and you don't want to miss out. Brace yourselves, let's start. Poor management. The management of the club led by Bartomeu is a disaster. It's not us saying this, it's Lionel Messi himself. This was evident in the treatment of their former star Luis Suarez in the summer of 2020. After giving his heart and soul to the club for 6 seasons, new manager Koeman informed Saurez that the club no longer required his services and let him sign with rival Athletico Madrid. This led to his best friend Messi having a scathing rebuke of management in his heartfelt goodbye. "You deserved a farewell befitting who you are. One of the most important players in the history of the club, achieving great things for the team and on an individual level. You did not deserve them to throw you out like they did. But the truth is that at this stage, nothing surprises me anymore." This would go on to haunt Barca, as Saurez would have a fantastic campaign at Athletico while his old club would struggle at times. For a club which is famous because of its sacred values and rich heritage, was almost shattered as the players and fans publicly went against their own management, and as a consequence, Bartomeu, then president of Barcelona, had to resign. The mismanagement done by an incapable board over the years resulted in a serious economic crisis for the club. As things opened up, it was revealed that the Catalans under a huge debt of $1.8 billion. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? All thanks to Bartomeu and co. COVID-19 effect. Well, it's true that management issues led FC Barcelona to the verge of bankruptcy today, but COVID-19 also played a huge part in the financial disability of the club. Big clubs like Barca make a lot of cash from their fans, their club stores, and match attendees. But all of these sources of cash are completely expunged due to the pandemic, and Barca reportedly made €100 million alone from such sources. The pandemic hit them hard, but there are other scenarios in the picture too. Follow along. Huge waves. When you have superstars in your lineup, you pay the price for it. And Barca has some of the biggest football names on the planet, but it looks like it's their own players whose hefty wages are dragging the club towards irreparable financial loss. After the 8-2 debacle against Bayern Munich last summer, Barcelona offloaded some of their biggest stars and their wages, including the likes of Luis Suarez, Arturo Vidal and Ivan Rakitic. It surely helped them financially, but they're still far from stability. Antoine Griezmann, Felipe Coutinho, Gerard Piqué, Ousmane Dembele, Frankie de Jong, and who else but Messi. All of them take tens of millions of euros home every year, and that's what's eating Barcelona up. They spend 75% of their total earnings on their players' salaries. 75%! Messy situation. Since we're talking about salaries and such, how can we forget about Lionel Messi? He's not only the highest earner in Barcelona, but he's also among the highest paid athletes in the world. While there's no doubt he deserves every penny he takes home, and probably more, all of this comes at a substantial cost for the club. It's because of that little man, Barcelona is still ranked among the top of the table teams in La Liga, even after an off-season of giving up some of their former firepower. After a trophyless season in 2020 summer, Messi demanded to move away from the club he has spent his entire career at, but he was forced to stay by the management. But what if things were gone the other way? What if Barcelona actually sold Lionel Messi? They would have made more than €100 million, and a hefty salary off the wage bill would be a big relief for the Catalan giants. Recently, a Spanish newspaper, El Mundo, leaked Messi's contract details which he signed back in 2017. The Argentinian will take home a sum of €555 million by the end of his contract. Those kind of figures in the current financial situation will sink Barcelona's ship. Is Messi really a burden on the club? Well, using such words out of purely logical reasons hurts us too, but it might be the truth. Unless some miracle happens or the pandemic magically fades away, selling Messi might give Barcelona a lifeline. All eyes are on the next president. Presidential elections. Since Bartomeu finally resigned at the end of the year, getting rid of the disastrous management won't immediately heal the club, and whoever will be the next president of Barca in March will have a ton of work and responsibility on their shoulders. A lot of questions hang upon the heads of future management. What will be the resolution to the Messi situation? What about future signings? And finally, how to pull the club out of the deep waters of debt? Only the future will tell. The actual debt figures. In the beginning, we said Barca has close to $1.5 billion in debt. Let's break that figure down. Here comes the worrying part. FC Barcelona owe $900 million to different parties as short-term loans. They have to pay hundreds of millions to creditors by the end of the summer. If they fail to negotiate with their creditors, they might declare bankruptcy. There's another aspect that shows the clowns were running the club in the last few years. Barca made huge signings like Ousmane Dembele, Arthur Melo, Felipe Coutinho, and other names which hardly bore any fruit. But now it's revealed that the club still owes €238 million to different clubs for signings they made in the past. If you're a Barca fan, we're sorry to break it upon you in a single video, but that hurts, right? It doesn't end here. Barca asked their players to take a salary cut. The offer which, in fact, the players accepted, but it isn't helping the club either. All of this adds to the precarious situation for the Spanish club, with not a lot of options to help correct it. Pack up. The pandemic isn't going away anytime soon, and neither's the amount of debt that we're talking about. Barca will have to come up with an excellent financial plan in the coming few months. Otherwise, every path leads to a roadblock. But hey, they're Barca, one of the best and biggest clubs in the world. We haven't lost hope yet. Neither should you. Thanks for watching our video this week. Make sure to hit the like button below and to subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear from you in the comment section below, so let us know how you would fix Barcelona.